Ms. Metsola, today is Europe Day and Ursula von der Leyen is today meeting Zelensky in Kiev. She was addressing that there will be new sanctions aside the European Union, but also she sent a clear message that the support for Ukraine must hold on. How unified is Europe in this question to this topic?
Well, we are speaking here on Europe Day in Strasbourg, where a very big decision was taken by the European Parliament in order to speed up the delivery of the 1 million rounds of ammunition to Ukraine, and having this at the same time as the European President of the Commission in Kiev on such a symbolic day, in order to continue to reiterate our support of the European Union that has been unwavering since the 24th of February last year when Russia invaded illegally Ukraine, is one not only of symbolic significance but one of political determination to see this war through. In other words, that Ukraine wins it.
Another question today was Mr. Scholz, the Bundeskanzler, addressing his speech to the European Parliament today, also on this very symbolic day. He was talking about reforms in the European Union which are necessary for the future. For example, the majority vote, but also the integration process of countries like the Western Balkans. What was your key message of this speech today of Mr. Scholz?
For me, it was not only that the German Chancellor chose to be here on the 9th of May, which was a date that has been planned for a very long time, for the Chancellor to be able to deliver his vision of Europe. This is part of what we call a This is Europe debate, where we ask heads of state and governments to tell us what is their vision and where do we go next. We stand 1 year before the next European Parliament elections. What do citizens want from us? And I think in Chancellor Scholz's messages, whether he was talking about the climate and the ambitions, whether he was talking about migration, whether he was talking about European Union as being not only an economic trading bloc, but also a geopolitical actor, which includes potential future enlargements from a security also point of view, is something that resonated very well in this Parliament, also when he talks about how our trade policy should be put back on the very top of our agenda. Hearing that from a leading figure of Europe, one of the largest country in the European Union, means that we are very much in lockstep on where we need to go. Of course, that means that we need to adopt legislation. We need to be constructive. We need to have a pro-European campaign that allows our citizens to choose who will be at the helm in order for those decisions to be taken. And I think that was a very good conversation that we had today, and it's one where the members were extremely interested in what he said, especially in the answers that he gave to the various questions that were put to him.
You were talking about also him as a leading figure. When we're looking in the debates in Germany, but also here in the European Parliament, there are a lot of critics about Germany's position in a lot of EU topics, that Germany is not leading enough. And there were also some politicians addressing today his critics to this German politics when it comes to Europe. Who is the leading figure at the moment? How important is that Germany is also being more engaged in leading also with their ideas and ideals about Europe?
My answer to who is the leading figure is the European Union. If we look back at the last 4 years of this very difficult mandate that we have had, 2 years of pandemic, extremely difficult but also unprecedented financial packages adopted in order to allow economies to recover. After which, the rollout of vaccines for all the European citizens and citizens around the world. After which, we were hit with a war and energy crisis. We used to have energy islands before, dependence on Russia, that we were very comfortable continuing as a European Union. What has the European Union done? In a united manner, and this has included everybody, countries big and small, different institutions, is saying we are ready to have the courage to change. Let's take those unprecedented decisions with the political will that we need. It is that political will that we have actually found. If somebody had asked me 1 year ago whether we would still be as united, I would have had my doubts. But today I see with conviction that European Union and Europe has really led. And that means everybody around the table that has in his or her mind the will for Europe to get stronger, the will for Europe to lead. I think we are there, and I'm quite optimistic.
I'm hearing a very optimistic President of the
Absolutely.
European Parliament. Ms. Metsola, thank you for the interview.
Thank you.